Hey, how you doing? So in this video, I want to quickly explain how and what I've manifested as one of the first things I've ever manifested. So if you've seen any of my stuff, you know that I tried the law of attraction years ago, could not get it to work. Had this I was lucky. I had this lucky encounter with this teacher, this very eccentric multimillionaire who taught me what he'd learned about the law of attraction. He had had his success using it was huge, and he taught me absolutely everything he knew, which was different from what they taught in The Secret, and was different from what people really teach now. And that's partly why I set up a channel, so I can teach you and you can start using it. Anyway, right, this story is one of the first things I ever manifested. And I remember we had like a meeting, and he really liked this lady named Pam Grant. Pam Grant's an author, and she wrote a book called E Squared, and it's all about energy experiments. So she has a slightly different view of how the universe works, and he always liked her work. So he says, right, there's an exercise in there that I want you to try. We're going to give the universe 48 hours to present you with evidence that it exists. And we're going to ask for something very particular, okay? So then you'll know that you've set this request out and it's come back to you. And he taught me the basics of how the law of attraction works, which again is different to what most people teach. And he taught me how to ask for something. So I set my intention. And what he told me to ask for, I said, ask to see a yellow butterfly. Now, you've got to imagine, we're in the city of London. In the winter, it's cold. I don't know if there's ever been a butterfly in the city of London since it's been like Greater London. I hadn't seen any. Yellow or not, right? I don't remember seeing any butterflies in the city of London. So I set this intention and I give it 48 hours, and I'm already thinking, the universe has got to pull this off. I want this to work. I don't know how it's going to work, but I mean, that's not up to me, is it, right? All I do is set the intention. So day goes by, we're into the next day, and there's nothing, literally nothing whatsoever. And I'm looking, I'm really keen. I'm like keeping my eyes peeled. I really want to see it. What is that? No, it's not a yellow butterfly, it's a car. What is that? Oh, it's a McDonald's sign. Okay, just anything yellow I get finding, but never any butterflies. And it gets to that night, and I'm going to bed, and I'm thinking, this isn't going to work. I was gutted. I was really disappointed. There were maybe like 12 hours left for it to present something to me, so it didn't really have a lot of time. I wake up the next morning, I'm out and about, and I'd sort of forgotten all about the whole thing. And I get this phone call from a young lady I've been talking to, really, really nice girl. She says, I need to talk to you. So, okay, yeah, go on. I had the weirdest dream last night. I just had to tell you about it. It's like, oh, go on, like what happened? She said, it was weird. We were walking through London and you had your shirt off. I was like, yeah, that is a bit weird. Like, what were we doing? It's like, nothing to do with what we were doing. It was, you had this great big tattoo on your back. I thought, a tattoo? Wow, okay. Like, what was the tattoo of? And she said, it was a butterfly. And like every time I say this, like the hairs on my arms stand up. I remember her telling me this. And I instantly said to her, so, what colour was the butterfly? She said, it was bright yellow. And I mean, come on. I could not imagine that this was how the universe was going to go about giving me this thing. It's just absolutely ridiculous, right? It's preposterous. I'm not even a tattoo person. Well, if I had like a sleeve of tattoos, I could sort of take it, but I've never had a tattoo. So it was just absolutely bizarre. I love telling that story. And I tell you what, I forgot. I wasn't even going to tell you this. I trekked the Himalayas a few years after. And after a few days, when you've been somewhere like the Himalayas and you're away from life completely, you're camping and everyone gets very like open and you're doing a lot of walking and it gets quite spiritual. Even like the most non-spiritual people, like your vibration raises so high that you have this whole different perspective. So we're all walking along and I'm telling them this story, this very same story that I've just told you. And literally we round a corner in the middle of the Himalayas and two yellow butterflies just fly past us. It flies in between the group and they just disappear and everyone just stops up. What is going on? That is absolutely amazing. We were just absolutely gobsmacked. Could not believe it. But it didn't stop there. Later on that day, whilst you're trekking through the Himalayas, they have things called tea houses where you stop for tea, right? Tea, coffee, get some food. And we're all sitting there. It's just like a big room, and they often have just benches around the outside and tables in front of the benches. And we're sitting there relaxing. We'd probably trekked like 7 or 8 miles that day. Everyone's really tired. And I look up, and the people I've been talking to, so I'm sitting like here with my back to the wall, and the people I've been talking to during the day were over there. And I look up, and one of the ladies is staring at me, giving me like this really weird look. So what's going on? I look at her, and she's looking down, and I look down at my leg, and there is a butterfly sitting on my leg. I actually got a photo of it. I'll see if I can dig it out and put it on this video, or I'll link to it. Absolutely unreal. Absolutely unreal. So if you want to give that a go, I think one of the best things to do, one of the things I ask people to do in the very, very beginning, in fact, I've got like this little 3-part video series where we'll do it. If you want to have a look at that, it's completely free. I'll put a link to that. If you're not feeling any 3-part video series, it's got loads of information in there. But if not, just set this intention. Literally just write on a piece of paper, put the date and the time. Write on the piece of paper. Don't ask for a yellow butterfly in the first instance. Just ask for any sort of sign. So literally say, universe, I want to believe that you are real. Okay, I really want to believe that you're real. I need a sign. So just give me a sign, a crystal clear sign, something that I can't put up to chance. Right? Something that I know when I get this sign, I'll know immediately it's from you. And I want that sign, I need that sign. You need to deliver that sign to me in 48 hours. And then just say, thank you, sign your name underneath, and then leave it at that. So do that in your own words, set that intention and see what happens within 48 hours. Right? You're going to notice something. What I would like to see is just comment below this video when you see your thing, or just send me a message, anything, because I love these stories. Some of the things people see are absolutely ridiculous. Like once, I do this quite a lot because I just like playing around with the universe. And in my apartment, like the heating system is connected remotely to like a little box where I set the heat and stuff. And probably about a month ago, they stopped talking to each other. No idea why. I had a quick look at it, couldn't get them talking, but because the weather's getting nice, I didn't need to set the heat in at all, so I didn't really worry about it. But it was one of those things that if you get up really early in the morning, I get up at 4 a.m. every day. So if you get up early and sometimes it's cold, you think, oh, I want to turn it on. And I'd have to go to like the heating system and play about with that. And I'd go back to this machine, like, how does this work? Couldn't work it out. Anyway, didn't really care. So set an intention, said to the universe, like, show me you exist, show me you exist. 48 hours. And literally I wake up the very next morning and these two things, they're talking to each other. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it's just absolutely brilliant. All these little things you can get. A friend of mine did it probably about 2 weeks ago today, and he did it and he told me the time. He's like, oh, it was 11:11 when I did it. He had no idea what that meant, right? This guy is so skeptical, doesn't believe in any of this stuff. He said, yeah, I did it at 11:11. I was like, do you know what that means? He's like, 11 minutes past 11? I don't know. Right, 11:11. 2 days later, at 11:11, he gets a delivery of a load of alcohol that he'd ordered, and they doubled the delivery for free. And he told me this. I was like, that's it. That's the thing. That's what you were asking for. That's the sign. So, oh, okay. You just can't help some people, right? So do this yourself. Put this intention down and see what happens, all right? I'll speak to you later, my friend. Bye-bye.